From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Tuesday, October 1st, 2024.
From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Dana Afana. Amid the city's latest initiative to build solar neighborhoods, the city filed at least 89 eminent domain lawsuits to acquire property needed to convert land for solar farms. These lawsuits are part of a legal process that gives governments authority to take property for public uses. Those filings, however, represent less than 10% of 900 parcels that are part of the first phase, according to the city's chief strategy officer, Tricia Stein. Eminent domain has quite a controversial history in Detroit, though. Residents in Detroit's Poletown fought against a General Motors plant, which forced out more than 1,000 residents after the corporation demolished their homes in the early 1980s. It has since caused backlash against governments from taking land. Experts say the city has ample vacant land, and much of those plots are in blighted areas. But since the Poletown incident, governments have been very careful about using the condemnation process to take land, thanks to new laws.
This is Christina Hall with the Detroit Free Press. The ousted Detroit Riverfront Conservancy CFO is to have a plea hearing October 21st after being arraigned in federal court, accused of wire fraud and money laundering in a years-long scheme that he siphoned millions from the nonprofit. William Smith is accused in U.S. District Court in Detroit. A criminal information was filed Tuesday, commonly suggesting a plea deal is in the works. He initially was charged in a criminal complaint that was unsealed in June. A magistrate judge entered a not guilty plea and continued Smith's prior bond conditions. Smith's lawyer had no comment after Thursday's arraignment, which was attended by about 10 members of the Conservancy or interested parties. An assistant U.S. attorney told the court that the loss amounts exceed $40 million. If convicted, Smith could be sentenced up to 20 years in prison and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. The Conservancy is funded by public grants and private donations. Federal prosecutors accuse Smith of embezzling to support a lavish lifestyle, with spending on air travel, hotels, limos, clothes, jewelry, and more. Allegedly stolen funds went to cover credit card charges made by Smith and his family members from 2012 through 2024. Smith was fired from the Conservancy, and the group's former CEO resigned amid the criminal investigation.
I'm Susan Tompor, and I'm a personal finance columnist with the Detroit Free Press. People living in poverty soon will see a series of barriers removed for qualifying for one important Social Security Administration program. The agency is simplifying and expanding its policies for supplemental security income benefits for those with little or no income and very limited resources. Beginning September 30, an applicant or recipient of SSI would not be turned down for benefits or see reduced benefits based on any informal food assistance that the person might receive from friends, family, and community networks. The agency is no longer going to be including this food as part of what it calls in-kind support and maintenance calculations. And there are other changes. One involves rent and another involves public assistance. Both are designed to help those in poverty receive these benefits. Many say such changes are vital and will help many receive more money, and many others actually qualify for SSI. The change involving receiving food makes a great deal of sense to many advocates. Some maintain that the rules have been so restrictive that some people were fearful of signing up for Meals on Wheels or other food banks because they feared no longer qualifying for SSI. Now, that won't be the case.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us tomorrow.